Okay, let's see if this is working. Yeah. Okay, let's see. No messages in the group. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try not to sniff too much. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to set up the chat now. Decided to go a little bit early because I've never done this before. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. So the chat is really easy underneath the page. If you're on my live page or in the replay, well, in the replay, you probably can't do it, but you can just sign up. Bite-sized treasure! Hey! Oh my gosh, so exciting. Someone's here. Okay, so I'm going to keep my eyeballs on the chat over here, but I will absolutely be taking questions after. So I guess we'll wait to see if anyone shows up. You can see Turk's behind me. He's that lump. He's been there all day, to be honest. Oh, hey. People are here. You can sign up with, it was super easy to sign up in the chat if you want to do your name too, but you don't have to. It's whatever. Hi. Oh, I'm so excited people are here. So I just wanted to come in and make sure everything worked because I've never done anything like this before. It's a little bit different than regular YouTube videos or Instagram lives. So I'm excited. I'm really excited everything is working. It's the little things, right? So, Tiny Forester. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've got 2 screens going. I should just lean like this for the next few minutes so everyone can see the cat lump. He won't move. It's best if he doesn't. He'll get into a lot of trouble. The cat's a mess. Yay! Hey! Hey, Sprinklebat! If you don't follow Sprinklebat, you should do it because her stuff's amazing. I love it. Okay. 1 minute. I've got another email going out exactly at 12 so people know that it's definitely 100% live. So hopefully a couple people will show up after that. But hey, not cool Cove. It's exciting to see the chat working. I wasn't really sure how that was going to work out either, but I'm pretty happy with all of it. That's fine. Anon is fine. Yay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This little ticker says 75 people are here. Saying can't sign up. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's with a thing called Chat Tango, which, to be fair, was free. And I mean, anonymous is fine. You can feel free to just sign your name to it too whenever you want to chat something so I know who you are. But I'm glad you're here anyway. I'm glad you can at least type something. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to give people a couple more minutes to show up because I know life is a thing. We'll take a couple more minutes. See, he hasn't moved. That's good. That's really good for us. There are days I was filming a video once and he was rubbing up on the tripod and the camera was shaking and he was like, I was on a call the other day and he decided that was the day he really wanted to try and jump up on my shelves that he never really cares about. No. Kawaii Boku. Hard time signing up. Well, I am happy you guys are here, even though the little chat sign up is kind of a toot, but okay. Bum, bum, bum. Make sure I can do my little screen share thing too over here. Yes, I think I can. Oh, cute avatar. I didn't even figure out how to do that. Whoever's watching the replay is going to be like, why are you talking about the chat box for 5 minutes? This is all very new to us and we're excited, okay? Sukari Moon is here. Oh my gosh, 95 people are already here. Oh, 98. Dang. 97. Who left? Okay, 98. That's better. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. I'm going to stop saying that now. Okay. I think just a couple more minutes. Lemon Whiskers. Hello. This is exciting. Oh, someone else, Mount Studio, got an avatar going. I should really figure out how to do that. Let's see. Harbor Shore Studio. Yes. And be sure to chat with people. Say hi in the chat, see who's here. I see a ton of friends. Chibi Pits, hey. Cat's already on the notebook. Yes, ready to go. Sorry, Dee. I know that feeling. I'm very glad mine is behaving himself right now. We'll see if anyone else comes in. I don't know where the girls are, so it's best they're quiet. Unicorn Paper, hey. Oh, Pin Curator, hello. Chicory Cottage. It says there's 3 more minutes. Okay, 114 people now. Yikes. All right. Okay, so it's 12:03. Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you want to hit sign up before you enter anything else in the chat. So yeah, you guys can handle the chat for just a second. I think, should I get started now? Yes. Yes, no? Should I give people a couple more minutes? Hi, Orange Alley. So yes, welcome to everyone who came early, who came here on time. I am, sadly, I try to be an early person, but I'm generally running late, to be fair. So bagging around. My gosh, so many people. Foxlight Studios, hello. Okay, so welcome to everyone who's here. And welcome if you are watching the replay, which I think a lot of people are. Tried to make it at a good time to come and catch it live, but life happens and I understand. So thank you if you're watching the replay. And yay. Okay, everyone's figuring it out. Yay! Oh, see, look at Sprinklebat's Dangle avatar is so cute. She made a plushie, you guys. It's so cool. You should check it out. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get started because it's almost 5 minutes after and I don't want to waste your time. So I want to get into it. So most of this is going to be a slide deck. So I'm going to share my screen and then afterwards I'm going to come back and answer your questions. Sound good? Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Hime Buns. Okay. All right, let's see. Screen share. We are going to do, okay. Occasion window. Here it is. Here's the tech stuff. Okay, I don't want this to be full screen. I want this. No, not that. This is exactly, okay. Nope, still not it. Is it this one? No. You guys, this is exactly what I was talking about. Okay. My Google Hangouts. Okay, you're gonna go over here. If you see a messy screen, don't be horrified. I am that person. Okay. Let's do this. Here you are. Here you are. I had it all done, and then as soon as I went live, it was like, just kidding. Okay. And we want to do full screen here. Now, let's see this. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, someone from South Africa is here. That's exciting. Belgium and Finland from Canada, you guys. I'm in Austin right now, and it is 31 degrees and I'm freezing, so. Yay, Texas. Okay, all right, I got it figured out. Thank you for bearing with me. I knew something was gonna happen, but I got it. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, can everyone see my screen? You feeling okay? Yay! Okay, yay! Okay, definitely help me out. I've got the chat here, so definitely tell me if it's working. Okay, so welcome to Enamel Pens 101, 5 steps to build your following fast. Okay, first of all, you probably already know me anyway. My name is Becky, and I started my shop, The Pink Samurai, 13 years ago, which is insane. And I've been making pins for 3 years. My 3-year anniversary is actually in March, which is exciting. And I am a complete and total crazy cat lady. Okay, so quick thing before we start. I know this is turn off your phone, but nobody ever does that. So just make sure it's silent, close your tabs, get rid of any distractions. And I don't know if this works on mobile or not. I can't lie. It might work on mobile. I'm not sure. It's on Squarespace. So if it doesn't, oh, you've got the chat up on your computer. Yes, you guys are working it out. Okay. I'm gonna get back to it. Okay. So get rid of any distractions, like me being distracted by the chat. And have a notebook out if you want. Feel free to screenshot whatever you need to if I go too fast, because I don't want this to run crazy long because I know you guys have stuff to do. Okay, and if you have any questions or want to connect after the webinar, you can use the hashtag EnamelPens101. I'm all over Instagram, obviously, stories and stuff like that. So if you want to share that you're on the webinar, you can hashtag it EnamelPens101, and then everyone can see it, and it'll be exciting. Okay, and later, I'm going to show you how you can get my ultimate IG posting checklist for free. So stick around till the end, please. Okay, so it's throwing an error that says you can't sign up. I'm not sure. I should really have had someone else to help me manage the chat while I'm doing this. But as long as you're in here, you can sign your chats with your name, and that is perfect. Don't worry about the avatars if it's giving you some problems. Okay, so tell me in the chat, have you ever wanted to grow your following on Instagram? Kind of a duh. Let's see. Okay, do you want to use Instagram to promote your business? Just lots, again, duh. Yes. Okay, yes, I like that. Duh. All right. So why haven't you started hitting Instagram hard yet? Ooh, just started. Yes, yes. Always but struggled. Duh, absolutely. I'm loving this chat right now, you guys. You're into it. Work, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be apprehensive about it. Okay, so tell me, because you're a potato pin curator, stop it. Okay, does this sound like you? You want to be able to grow your following without spending all day on your phone. That is 100% me. Okay, there we go. Oh, you're afraid to put your stuff out there? Don't be. We're going to talk about why you shouldn't be. Follower count not growing fast enough relative to posts? Yes. All of these things. Okay. You've tried lots of different Instagram marketing advice, but nothing has worked. Has anyone else tried like Googling around and seeing stuff and trying it and just falling flat? Because that has happened to me before. Yerp. You wish you could just post something on Instagram and know that it's going to help you bring more followers and sales. Yes, that's the answer is yes. Okay, so what you'll learn today is step 1, what to post when you don't have any pens or a limited number of them. And this works with other products too, but this is definitely geared more towards pen people. Step 2, how to take amazing photos with just your phone and free apps, applicable to anyone. 3, how to write captions that really engage with your audience. This was a big one for me that I struggled with for a while. 4, hashtags and simple hacks to increase visibility. I've got some little things that you can actually start doing today that will help. And why email lists are a must. Okay, so before we dig in, I want to share my story with you quickly so you know how I got here and learned all of this stuff, if you don't already. Yes, captions are always a struggle. Okay, 3 years ago, I was getting ready to come back to work after maternity leave. I was a stay-at-home mom with only about 10 hours tops to work. Like, yay, naps. But I decided to open my shop again and add pins to the mix. This is the face of a woman with lots more hair, a lot more forehead, and very tired. So maybe you can relate. I struggled with time management. I needed to maximize every single second and could not spend all day on Instagram promoting my business. I think that happens to a lot of people when you have work too in general. You don't have to be a mom to have no time to work on your side hustle. So growing an organic following can be hard and not knowing what to post can be frustrating. I love this photo, by the way. And not knowing if your post will lead to sales can be tough. Like, this was my lowest performing photo, one of the lowest performing photos last year. And I was like, well, I guess people don't like this kind of photo. But then I finally figured out what really worked for me. Like, this was my highest performing photo last year. Like, that's bonkers, especially with the way the algorithm is right now, right? And when I did, I saw my follower count and sales steadily rise. And I started to see which types of posts brought in actual sales. And seeing these results gave me so much peace of mind. Things that were working and my shop was growing. Look how carefree I am in this photo. And today I'm running a thriving business and still work from home part-time. So imagine knowing you have a plan for Instagram that will save you time and grow your business. It just feels so good. Okay, so where do we start? Okay, step 1, this is the good stuff. So get your notebooks out and screenshots and all that kind of stuff. Okay, know what to post when you don't have a ton of products. So if you look at this photo, this is all the exact same pin. You've also probably seen it be bootlegged before, but we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the photos. You don't need tons of inventory for a beautiful feed. So you want to keep the content varied, but the color palette consistent. So I like to stick with my brand colors, and I have a list of colors that I never ever use on my feed. You will never see like any basically fall colors. No dark greens, no navies, no like super dark reds. It's not going to happen. I want pastels, I want pinks, and it's mostly pink, let's be honest. Okay, and utilize different backgrounds for interest. So you can see in this photo, I have plain pink backgrounds. I've got textured furry backgrounds in different colors. I've got glitter. I've got stuff on denim in context, using my hand to hold it. I've got piles. Like, it's all really varied, and the backgrounds can really help to kind of keep things varied but still consistent. And photograph your pins with pins by other makers and tag everyone to share the love. You've probably already figured this out. And oh yeah, you've got my pin, you've got the catacord in your avatar. That's awesome. Yeah, so you've already probably figured this one out, but it is very important to keep doing it. And I don't do this enough now, and that's something I need to correct too. So you can see in the denim vest, I have my catacorn, and I've got a couple of other of my pins, and then a few other artists. So you tag them, and now it's so easy for them to put your photo in their stories. It's basically just one click to add your photo to their stories now. So it's even easier than back in the day when you had to screenshot or send a larger one and then add all the tags and stuff like that. So definitely, definitely do that because you will get to know people in the community. You'll be able to show your own followers new artists that they'll love. And then we're all promoting each other and growing together. And it's awesome. Okay. Ah, sneak attack. Okay. Share your space is another thing if you don't have a ton of pins. So people love peeking behind the scenes. So take photos of your desk when you're carding your pins. You can share your sketchbooks and inspiration. Just share your desk. Like I have pictures of just my pins and my little Sailor Moon figures, or my notebook and planner with stuff that I've got going on for the day, and my super messy desk, and my giant pin collection. Sharing pin collection photos is an amazing one because people love to see how many pins you have, and it shows that you are more legit, like you do care about the community and that you really do love the things that you make. So whatever you make, if you share pictures of your collection, then people will automatically like know that you get it. You know what I mean? And generally, your space probably has a lot of inspiration that your followers would like too, because that's what inspires you in your work and stuff like that. Are you afraid to annoy other makers? Absolutely not. It never annoys me when someone shares one of my pins. It's amazing. It helps me. So never be afraid of annoying other makers. Yes, exactly. Never be afraid of annoying other makers because we're sharing things together and growing together. Okay, and show your face. This is one. Okay, it's not 2017 anymore, you guys. 2017 was kind of the year where it was all about kind of being a bigger brand and seeming like you were more legit. So you put your logo as your avatar, and it was a little more distant. And it's like you want to look like you're a bigger brand, but your followers want to see the maker behind the pins that they love. So it's just not like 2018, it was kind of going out of style, I feel like. In 2019, it is fully into show me who you are. And I love seeing other people's faces and seeing who they are. So share selfies, accomplishments, friends, show pictures of you at your studio or out somewhere that inspires you. I just think you can't go wrong with sharing a picture of yourself, you know? Even just once. And if you're not super confident, you can start with your stories and put crazy filters on, and be silly. But people love seeing who it is behind the pin. And like you can tell, all of these are different. I love sharing stuff with friends. I don't know. It's something I'm still learning to do, but you can take these photos too without too much help. Like the one where I'm sitting up in my studio in the purple sweater that I'm wearing today because I have like 3 sweaters. That was literally my phone on a timer, precariously perched on a chair. Like it doesn't have to be crazy. So share your face. We love you. Okay. Now, step 2 is taking amazing photos with your phone. Okay, you don't need a DSLR to take amazing photos. All of the photos on my IG feed and website are just done with my iPhone 7. Even this photo of an iPhone 10 or X, whichever one it is, it's my husband's phone, was taken with my 7. So the biggest piece of advice I can have for this is to be sure to find a space with good natural light. So my studio, which I confiscated the second we moved in, has 2 windows on a corner, so I get lots of light during the day. So I set up a table in front of one of the windows, and then I use a piece of white foam core to bounce the light. It's way cheaper than a light box. I don't have a big light box. I don't have, big studio lights. I just have the sunshine, a piece of white foam core, and a phone. And that's all I do. So even every single photo on my website, product photos included, are just on my phone. So no natural light at home, so softbox as it is. Yes. If you don't have any natural light, I have taken pins out into the sunshine when it's nice out too. As long as your light is diffused, so it's not direct light shining down, because especially with something shiny like pins, that can be an issue. But if you have your table or whatever in front of a window, so you've got your window in front of you, your pin in front of that, and then right after that you have your foam core, so then you can bounce the light. And that way you can also, however you move the foam core, you can change the shine on the pin too. So that is also really fun. Ooh, I'm gonna get to the Color Story app. Don't even worry about it. Speaking of, okay. And this is a big one for me. Batching saves time. So don't just, this is what, when I was first starting out and struggling, I would be like, oh crap, it's 9 p.m. What do I post? I don't know what to say about it. I have to take a picture. Okay, let me check some questions. How do you make it perfect like your flat lays with undergrounds, with backgrounds? Just different color. You can go to the craft store and just get different color papers and do that. And it's the exact same process with in front of the window and the foam core. Okay, so taking tons of photos at once means you'll have a backlog of content. So I always take at least 5 different types of photos with each pin when I'm shooting, and then you can edit everything all at once too, saving time. So snap everything. Take a bajillion different angles, a bajillion different arrangements, get at least like 2 or 3 different backgrounds out, and just shoot, because then you will have so much to work with later. And it's also good when you're editing, because if you have similar light in all of your photos, something like Color Story, which I use for every single photo all the time, every day, you can batch edit those. So if you have similar light, you can go in and select all of the photos you just took and then do the color correction to just one of them. And then it does it across all of the photos. So then you don't have to worry about doing everything individually, which I love. And a Color Story is great because they have tons of free filters to use, and the manual adjustments are free. So you can figure out what you like and then save your settings. And then that will also help with your consistency too, because I feel like I always gravitate towards a couple of different filters and a couple of different like manual settings that I do. And so that way everything is consistent. And then when people are scrolling through their feed, they know it's one of my photos that is popping up, because that's just what it looks like. And Snapseed, I also like. I'm getting a little distracted by the chat. I'm going to try to answer questions at the end. So I'll have a Q&A for sure at the end. Okay. And Snapseed is also really good when you want to get that perfect background. They have a selective feature where you can basically, if you take a picture of your pin on a white background, you can select different parts of that white and just blow it out without messing with the pin itself. It's awesome. Hold on, I need a drink. Oh, yay, don't let you know. Okay, great. Color Story is the best. Okay, and Snapseed is also really good if you have like teeny little flaws. You can like color correct. You can do like more specific stuff in there, but I find that Color Story is the best. And yes, and make sure your edits look similar and have a similar color palette. Okay, do you feel like this is making sense? Is it coming together? I'm looking at the chat now. Okay, I'm gonna see what questions I have in the chat. Okay. Ooh, yes, coming at you. Someone was saying they get their phone reflection when they go outside for photos. Right after that, Lynch and Art, white paper with camera hole cut out to hold in front of your phone. Perfection. That's a great hack. Okay, yay. Oh, I'm so glad this has been helpful. Okay, good. Okay, moving on. Writing engaging captions is step 3. So this is something I've been experimenting with more and more recently, and I'm super excited about it. Can I click the hide button on the screen? Whoa, what do you mean? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Wait. Google Hangouts is sharing. Oh, hide. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, bagging around. we're going halfway through and I didn't even notice. Okay, so writing engaging captions. Okay, be honest. So share your story. So just like with selfies, people want to know about you. Your caption doesn't even have to match the photo too, so don't limit yourself to that. And don't be afraid to get chatty because your audience will love learning about your inspirations and your feelings. And this was something I struggled with. I thought it would be fun to try. And I just like this post, I swear, I keep showing this one picture. I'm sorry, but this post is a great example for a lot of things. This was just one where I rambled about 10 things about me. And you'll start writing stuff and think, no one's going to get through this. No one's going to read the whole thing. But they do. The people who care do. That's the thing. And I like to overshare now more. And I was afraid that I was getting chatty. And when I would mention that in a caption, a lot of people would comment and say, no, I love it. It's fine. And another fun thing that I always do to the second point is I'll have a picture of a pen and I'll ramble about my cats. You know, you don't have to make everything relate specifically to the pen that your photo is. Okay, and this is a big one. Okay, always give a CTA or a call to action. So the algorithm, which I promise I only mention it like 3 times in this whole thing. It depends on engagement. So give your audience a specific task for every post. So the algorithm just wants to show your photos to the people who really like it. And the people that really like it are the ones that are double tapping your photos and commenting underneath. So the more you get people doing that, the more they will see your photos, see your stories, and the more they will just be, they'll see your stuff and then buy. So, which is what we all want, to be honest. So you give them a specific task. So this can be something like, you know, double tap if it's Taco Tuesday for you too, you know, something silly like that. And like ask them something specific, open-ended questions in the comments. So in this example here, all I did was ask what their favorite donut was. You know, that's all it was. So that got 40 comments because people love talking about themselves and their favorite things. So ask something ridiculous. It can be related to your pin, you know, like this is my donut one. And I asked them about donuts. So if you have something, so if you have a pin with a flower on it, you can talk about the flower and then ask what their favorite flower is, or like little things like that. Yes, people love donuts. A donut caption is always going to win, to be honest. But keep your questions specific and open-ended too. So that second point is really important because you don't want to just ask like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Or, you know, how was your Tuesday night? That's way too big of a question for people to answer. They're not going to know where to start. They don't want to write like a whole essay about what they were doing, but you can ask them something silly like, you know, who's all about pizza tomorrow, you know, or raise your hand if you want a nap all Saturday, you know, things like that. So asking specific questions and especially asking people about themselves. So get their favorite movies, TV shows, color palettes, you know, foods, candy, stuff like that, because people will 100% of the time, well, probably not 100, but a really high percentage amount of the time answer those questions because they love talking about it and it's easy. And then sometimes just be silly and tell them to comment with emojis. Like one of my most favorite things to do is ask people what their like top 3 or 5 emojis are at the moment, because I feel like you learn a lot about people that way. I think it's really fun to see what people use because mine are usually the same 3. But, and like, I know some people say that using emojis doesn't help with engagement, blah, blah, but it helps with the personal connection too. So if someone is taking the time to comment on your photo, they're going to subconsciously remember that. So the next time you ask another question that takes a little bit more answering, they're already going to have that relationship with you. So I think that's fine because it's all about creating a relationship with your customer. Okay. All right. We're moving on. This is one of my favorite terms that I heard recently. Don't post and ghost. So you don't have to spend all day on Instagram. Just take a few minutes after you post to engage with those first few comments. So you can see that on this. This was the same post where I just did those 10 things about me, which really, I mean, who needs to comment on something like that? It seems very straightforward, but I asked people what their top 3 emojis were and to feel free to leave some random stuff about themselves. Happy Thursday, whatever. And I got 130 comments. You know, some of them were mine because I was commenting back, but that's a huge amount of comments for something that was totally random, you know, and not something even pin related, but it helped to boost me and then get kind of my personality out there for people to see so they can connect with me as the maker and not just the pins as the product, you know? So it helps immediately boost your post in the algorithm because it sees that people are active, looking at it, and your audience will see that you're around and will be excited to hear from you. So they know you're not just a random celebrity putting up a picture and then going away, you know? You're there for them and creating relationships. Also, bonus, I didn't put this in the slide, but it's very important. If someone replies to your post and they put a comment in, you comment back with a question, and then they can comment again. You just double your comments and it just keeps going. Like, don't be annoying and like ask the same person 10 bajillion questions. So it's got to be relevant. But if you ask a question, it really does help get more comments on that. Let's see. Okay. All right. Step 4 is my hashtags and hacks to increase visibility. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is be a part of the community. So the pin community, at least my little corner of it, I think is super close. I've made some lifelong friends here, and I love, love, love my pin people. So one of the fun things to do to find your people in the pin community is to follow pin hashtags and engage with the posts that you see there. So if you see something that you love, and you can find new makers and like it and comment on them, and that way more people outside of your regular circle will be seeing you, you know, if that makes sense. I love following hashtags. I never really thought about it, and I thought it would clutter up my feed, but it really doesn't, especially if you follow things that are very specific. Like I think I follow kawaii pins, and it's not a huge hashtag, but it's super cute, and you can find some really great artists and things like that. And obviously add tags to your caption or put them in the comments. This is kind of a duh. I do find anecdotally that when I put the tags in my comments, they seem to do a little bit better. So at least that post itself seems to do a little bit better. So I always will put my caption and then do my comments in the, do my hashtags in the very first comment. And it's nice because it doesn't clutter up your caption at all, which I think looks nicer. And talk with other makers and be friends. We're all just people. You know, there's nothing special about us because one number is different than another. You know, we are all people and we're all here for each other. That whole rising tide raises all ships. You know, I had someone ask me something recently and they were like, I know we're competition because I'm another artist. And I'm like, no, we're not. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different take on things. I don't feel like any other pin makers are my competition. We are all in it together. So be friends. Well, let's see. Someone says hashtags in the comments don't reach the algorithm. Does this change or is not true? I'm not sure. You know, Instagram changes things all the time and we have no control over it. So I still find that the hashtags that I use in the captions still show up. So I think it's probably fine. Okay, so these, if you want to hashtag, it's not groundbreaking, but these are my must-have tags. These are the ones that I use on absolutely everything. So feel free to screen cap this, but yeah, they change a little bit every now and then, depending on the content too. And I'll share a little bit more about that later. How many hashtags do you use per post max? You can use up to 30. I like to use not quite as many, just because I don't want it to litter up the comments too. And I like to be more specific and intentional with the tags that I use. You know, knowing that these tags in particular are very commonly used in our community, they're ones that I will put on, and they do really well. Okay, so here are a couple of super quick hacks for more views. So you can also put your tags on stories, and they'll show up in a hashtag story feed. But if you want to put your tag on a story and you don't want to litter it up with all of the tags, here's what you do. Okay, you make your like block of tags in the text tool, make it super tiny, toss a GIF over top of it. No one knows. No one knows it's there, but it's there. And I love it. And then you get more eyeballs on stories. And I think it's really great. You can do the same thing with location tags too. And I always add my location, just general Austin, Texas, where I am based, on all of my regular feed posts too. So that way anyone following that area or city will see your post or stories. And that wizard magic, right? Hide those tags. No one knows. It's awesome. And then if you have like giant blocks of text too, like this enormous OMG on this, hide a bunch of stuff behind that too. And then of course, to find more tags to use, you can search like pin game in the search, and then related tags will pop up. So you'll see all the stuff that that is related to it. So I do that with like the cat ones and the pink ones and stuff like that. Oh yay, I'm so glad you like my the hiding tags idea. I think it's really great, right? I don't have I don't have a ton of numbers about how many eyeballs you get from tags like that, but I mean, if you can do it, do it. You know, there's no harm in it for sure. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so tell me in the chat if you're stoked to get started already. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are into that little trick. It's just little things. Okay, I think my thing lags a little bit, so I'm gonna take a drink while you guys think about it, if you're super stoked about everything. Yay! Okay. Now, email lists are amazing. Just do it. I didn't have any fancy pictures of emails because it's not really that exciting to write them, but just do it. Email lists give you a direct line to your customers who really love your work. Yes, people will unsubscribe and it will hurt your feelings for a minute. But just like unfollows on Instagram, those people wouldn't have bought your pins anyway, so who cares? I kind of live my social media life as an attract and repel. You know, I want to attract the people who are into it, and I want to repel the people who are not. You know, we don't want those people on our list. Okay. And these people that sign up for your email list are your super fans, and you can reward them and connect with them more personally. What email blasts do I use? I have used MailChimp in the beginning. It's super easy and drag and drop and stuff like that. And I use one called ConvertKit now, since I know you guys probably got a bajillion emails, and it's just a lot easier to like add stuff and have better forms with ConvertKit, since I'm kind of doing the Pins 101 stuff and my products. But MailChimp is free and amazing. Are mail lists relevant even if you only have an Etsy shop and not a website? 100%. 100%. You can always use an email list, especially if you're on social media. Okay, so what to send to an email list? You can send shop updates and reminders, relevant info with shows, new products, restocks, etc. This is probably the easiest thing. And oh my gosh, someone's talking about a puppy, and now I'm getting distracted. Okay. You can also send stuff about launches. You can send teasers and sneak peeks and countdowns to big collection releases. And of course, sales. So site-wide sales that you're having, plus extra sales just for them. I have to say, whenever I'm having a sale, and I post about it on Instagram, you know, it'll get some good traction. But when I'm sure to email my list that I'm having a sale, I get way more, way more sales. I've said sales so many times. I get way more sales of my sale. Because those are the people who want it. These are the people that are super into it. Okay, so send those things. Screenshot this. Okay, and what would you do if Instagram went away? It's terrifying, right? Instagram is an incredible tool, but you don't have control over it. And we saw that with all of the hubbub with the algorithm changes and stuff last year. Can you email lists? On email lists, can you put behind the scenes? Yeah, absolutely. Share your week, you know, tell them what you're up to. It's another place to connect with your audience. And your email list is yours. You have complete control over it. Those are your people. And don't hesitate to send emails to people who signed up. They signed up for a reason and they want to hear from you. So this is something that I know I have struggled with in the past, and I'll go weeks and weeks. And it can be very scary to send emails to people. It feels very personal. You're getting in their inbox, and like, it's so funny, years and years ago, before the internet was a thing, email lists seemed super impersonal, you know, like, why wouldn't I just call you? But now email lists are like super personal. But these are the people that want to hear from you. And if they unsubscribe, and they weren't going to buy your stuff anyway. So bye. You know, there's no real reason to be super anxious, because these are the people that are into it. So don't worry about it. It's really not that big of a deal, because I used to get really anxious about it, but that's fine. Let's see, a good schedule strategy for emails. Says I'm afraid to have sales launch updates, have nothing to send out. I don't have a super strict schedule with my emails. I usually just do it when I have something going on that I know I want people to know about, and I know they might be sad they missed out on. And then you can also, if you want to keep it up, you can email every couple of weeks, every week, just with a little thing. But I generally just try to keep it relevant to new stuff that's going on. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try and scroll through a lot of these questions in a minute, but I am almost done, I promise. Okay, so just to recap, we learned how to build organic followings on Instagram. We learned that batching your photos can make the most of your time. And you saw that putting in energy into Instagram can grow your following and sales. This is also incorrect. I did this screenshot a couple weeks ago, and it's even better now. It's bonkers. And you learned why email lists are important and profitable. Email people. It's great. Okay, so you are here today because you want to make pins without giving up too much time. You want a simple solution to grow your pin business. You felt like you've been spinning your wheels and are ready to make a change. The shirt is everything to me. So now it's your time. It's your time to experience a successful pin release. It's your time to stop wasting money on bad manufacturers. You guys wait until you see what I'm getting to. I promise there's a point to this, and it's going to be real good. It's your time to build your pin business with the guidance of a step-by-step system. So remember, nothing I have shared with you today is theory or ideas. These are all things I've done to grow from a side hustle to a thriving business. I don't have any advantages or special skills. I don't have any secret tool or access to expensive resources. I just have a system that works. And if I can do this, I promise you can too. So introducing Enamel Pins 101, legit. I am working on your step-by-step guide to making and selling enamel pins. So this is not everything that's included. There's so much more. I used to struggle with launching new pins, but now I have a system that gets people excited and ready to buy. I was aimless on social media, and then I developed a system that takes less time and yields higher sales. So in this program that I'm working on, I'll have 7 modules. I'll be sharing my favorite manufacturers that have used exclusive course community, to grow your audience, pin designs, manufacturer is my biggest question all of the time, and with the confidence to grow your own business. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of what's in some of the first modules. So I'm going to have business basics, so kind of business setup, organizing your finances, tax resources, which is another huge thing. Oh, wait. Oh no, the video's lagging. Okay, I'm going to wait for just a second. Okay, let's see. The sound is off. Okay, 2 slides kind of got. Okay, let's see. Okay, did you guys see this? Okay, so here's everything that I've got. And make sure everyone sees it. Thank you for letting me know. So, 7 modules. Okay, you still hear no audio? Start from here. Okay, this one good? Hooray for the internet. All right, this is fine anyway. 7 modules, my favorite manufacturers, templates and resources, checklists, video, audio training. Okay, yay, yay, yay. Okay, sweet. And an exclusive Facebook community where we will share all of these things. So by the end of the time, you'll be able to have an open shop, a strategy to grow your audience, pin designs ready to sell. You'll finally have trusted manufacturer, and you'll leave with the confidence to grow your own business. Thank you for helping me out in the chat, you guys. Okay, so yes, module 1 is business basics. So your general setup, organizing your finances, tax stuff, because those are big, big questions that I get a lot too. And in module 2 is all about prepping your designs. So getting sketches into Illustrator, vectoring your designs, templates for your manufacturer. Also, if you already know how to do all this stuff, this course is modular. So you can skip this module if you already know everything. But I also talk about just communicating with manufacturers and things like that. So I think there will be some valuable stuff in there for people who are already familiar with Illustrator. In module 3, I will be sharing said manufacturers. And I'll talk about working with a middle person too, and strategies for seconds pins. So this goes into a deep dive into these things. So I saw, yes, I have a lot of stuff on the YouTube videos, but this is way more in-depth and gives so many more steps and everything that I really do day to day in my business. And in module 4, I'm going to be talking about opening up shop. So my favorite selling platforms, packaging basics, shipping options. The shipping question is another huge one that I get all the time. So I break down all of the different options that you can do to help keep shipping down, especially with international shipping. I know that is an issue for especially American shop owners. And then there's even more. Okay, so today I've got a bonus, the ultimate Instagram checklist. So this is actually part of the course. So if you wanted to sign up for the course today, then you can get early access to this, which I love. It's basically the formula that I use when I'm shooting photos. And I say 200 plus because you can take this and just exponentially increase it. Okay, so join us now. Class will start on March 1st. So this is a special pre-sale thing that I've got going on today. So are you ready to start and grow your own pin business? Okay, so you're probably like, what's the investment? So hiring a graphic designer to develop and design your own shop site could cost you $10,000. I had someone quote that to me a couple of years ago. And I was like, excuse me, no thank you. I was like, I can't swing that. So I built my own. And I've tried 3 different platforms. I've used Etsy and Squarespace and Shopify. So I have experience with all 3 of those. I can walk you through that without charging you $10,000. Hiring me as your one-on-one coach would cost you at least $1,000, depending on how much time it took and how much you needed me to do and help you with. And taking an in-person workshop could cost you $1,500 plus, which is, I'm speaking at a workshop in the beginning of April, and that's exactly what it is, with airfare and hotel and the actual conference costs and food and all of that stuff. And I couldn't put a number to this because I was thinking about it, but think of how many hundreds of dollars and hours of time you can stop wasting on bad manufacturers. Like, I feel like that is the key, because I've gone through some stinkers, and if I can save someone else from doing that, yes. So the total value, when I was looking at it, of the training, templates, community, and resources in this program is over $42,000. Okay, so you can join now today for $99 and another payment of $99 to follow, or pay in full for $147 and save $51. So the regular price when this course actually comes out later this year, not for the pre-sale, it's going to be $297. So you can save $99 to $150 by signing up today. And I have buttons underneath or above the chat. So there you go. Use the button to enroll. Yes, it's underneath the video and above the chat, or at the very bottom. So the final step to it all is a secure checkout, and you can use either PayPal or a credit card. Super easy. And then as soon as you do that, you get access to the bonus too. And then you'll get access to the members only area on March 1st. So this is everything listed out. It's kind of insane. Actually, that's not even everything. That's not all the modules. It's a big course, you guys. There's a lot going on. And you'll be able to log into our community full of your friendly new peers immediately. So I made a little Facebook group for us, and that way we can share our own resources and any kind of feelings, sales, all kinds of stuff, whatever we want. We'll figure it out. It's going to be ours. How many hours would the modules be in total? You know, I haven't thought about it. It's step by step, and you can kind of jump around if you need to, if there are things that you really need. but it looks like a lot, but it's not overwhelming when you get into it, if that helps. How long will the modules be good for in case we want to do this in the future? So the pre-sale is going to be open through the replay. So you'll have until Monday at midnight, basically 11:59 Monday night Central Standard Time is how long the thing is. And then we'll get that batch of students in and going through stuff. And then I'll have another launch later this year, but the price is going up. Okay, let me finish. Okay, hold on. Okay, so special presale price for just $99 with one more monthly payment of $99, or you can pay in full and save $51. So I know you might have some questions, and I am going to get, oh, is the Facebook group only for paying for the class? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I don't know where to start. I started with one pin and less than 10 hours a week to work on my shop. If I can do it, you can do it. This is my very first pin. Ooh, a little guy. I don't have Illustrator. Can I still join? Absolutely. There are free vector programs that work too. And my favorite manufacturers and middle people offer services to help with that as well. So don't let the tech hold you back. And I'm not sure I can really do this. Why not? If you have an idea and are willing to put in the work, you absolutely can. There's nothing special about me except that I worked hard and figured out steps that grew my business. So join us. The early access bonus ends on Monday, February 11th at 11:59, and you can use the button below to enroll. And Q&A time. Okay, so now I get to stop being distracted by my content and get to questions. Okay, let me see. Where can I start? Okay. Ooh, Shopify rules. Yes. Oh yeah, $10,000 is a lot for a website, but it was going to be a legit crazy good website. So let's see if I can scroll. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Will the pay in full option still be available by the end of the month? It's going to be available through Monday. It's just a short little trial for the course. Yeah. Manufacturers are good one day and terrible the next. They can be, but I also will have options for what to do if you do get a batch of seconds that are a little much with the manufacturers that I use and how they have helped me when a batch like that comes through. So you'll know exactly what to say and how they will help fix the situation if that does happen. I've only had that happen twice in 3 years with my manufacturer, and they have replaced my stock for me. So they are amazing. Let's see. The payment equals the modules. No, it's just one big payment. It's just everything comes together. The second payment of $99 would be the next month. So a month from when you make the first payment, the second payment will go. Let's see. And I'll have to check and see how many hours specifically I think the modules will be in total. I think some people can finish it more quickly and some people can take their time. The cool thing is it's just kind of work at your own pace. So if you do want to power through some stuff, you can. And if you don't want to, then you don't have to. It will be a drip in the beginning, so you'll get one module a week in the very beginning because I'm still working on some of the bigger content pieces. So that'll be good. So you can work on one module a week, and that should help with the timing. Let's see. Okay, well, if you're saving for a puppy convention, that is completely understandable. Oh, yay, I'm excited. Okay. Does enrollment include lifetime access to the information and materials? Yes, 100%. Yes, it's yours forever. And any updates I do to it, if, the Instagram something changes again and I need to update that module about social media, then I can do that. And all the tech stuff, I will update as I need to. Yes. So absolutely. Let's see. Facebook is only for the paying class. Yep. Do you feel like it would be a good course for folks who are semi-established? Oh, hey, let me take this off of me. Chat, screen share. No. Do. Here I am. Okay. Can you guys see me yet? Screen. Oh. There we go. Uh-oh. That's bad. Not that. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let me see if I can get this out of here and come back to me. If I can't, we'll see. Oh, thank you for bearing with me. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. So do you think it would be a good course for folks who are semi-established? I mean, I think so. I mean, even just having access to other manufacturers that you know are good, I think that is, I would pay more than that for that. But yeah, I think it would be good. I go into some pretty specific stuff with how to grow. But I can also talk with you, Unicorn Paper, too, offline a little bit more if you want, just answering your question. Signed up, always willing to learn more about the business. Awesome. Thank you. Holy crap. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you. I'm so excited for you to get the information. Oh, I'm like a serial e-course buyer, so I love it. What do I think about Kickstarter? Could I do a module on Kickstarter? I talk a little bit about it in the course, but I am not a huge fan of it myself because, and a lot of people do really great things on it. A lot of people really know how to make the most out of it. And I think for really big projects, it can be good. But for me, I have my own anxiety that I have to work through. So the idea of having all these reward tiers that get expensive and then the cut that they take and all this stuff, I feel like it ends up being a lot more work. But I do talk about strategies for pre-selling on your own, which I really like to do, more so than Kickstarter. So that will be addressed in the course. Okay. Yeah, right? You could write a novel about your Kickstarter experience. I think it works really well for some people, and some people are just like, nope, out of here. St. Grizzy Wheeler, a US manufacturer? I don't know them. No modules on patents and trademarks specifically. No. But I do go into kind of copywriting and what to do with when you have stuff taken, which I have. Let's see. How often do you advertise / shout out on Instagram that you have a newsletter? Oh, sorry, I need to find it. Oh, okay. I really need someone to help me monitor this chat. I am not so good at it. Oh, maybe I can make it bigger. No, I can't. Okay, I'm clicking. Okay, let's see. Is it better to drop a pin upon announcing it or pre-orders okay also? Pre-orders are great. Also, in my experience, I did a video about this too. Random pin drops do not do as well as teasing. So in the course too, I go over my specific like day-to-day what I do to promote when I have a new collection. So you'll have a plan of like, this is when I post this and this is when I launch, which I love. Let's see. When is the Facebook joinable if we sign up for your course? As soon as I send you an email about it, with the name and all that stuff. So for the people who signed up now, I will do that today so you can have access. And then as signups come through the replay, then they will get access as well. So couldn't quite figure out how to automate that just yet, but I will send emails with access to the Facebook group. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so many Kickstarter questions. I promise I go over pre-sale things. I don't think, I thought about putting Kickstarter stuff in there, but I am not the best person to ask about Kickstarter because I've never done it. I've looked at it a couple of times and just everything that goes into it stressed me out. So for my personality and what I needed to do, it was better for me to like take some time and save up or do pre-sales and use that to fund. So I go over those things definitely. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the signups, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, how does one get involved with pin loop giveaways? I've been looking for groups online but can't seem to find any leads. My favorite thing is a lot of people will reach out to me and they go, oh, I'll have, and I've organized them too in the past, but if you have an idea for a pin loop, like I've got the one right now for Valentine's, Stammy just wrote me and said, hey, I'm doing a Valentine's thing and I think your stuff would fit. That would be great. And then as soon as she reached out to a bunch of people, she made a little group chat in Instagram, and then we were all in there. And usually the person that is kind of organizing the loop will do the graphic, get images from people, and then write the caption. So you can do it over, email or through Instagram. But if you have an idea for a pin loop that you want to do, or one that you think your pin would work well in, then just reach out to people and see if they'd be into it. Just make sure it like works with the theme, I think. And quick tip also, my favorite thing is to not do the traditional loop, because I find, especially if you have a bunch of people in it, people will stall out halfway through. They're like over it going through each single thing. So if you just put everyone's name in the photo and in the caption and just go follow these 5 or 6 people, it works way better. Let's see. Yes, unicorn paper is definitely rocking Instagram, by the way. Let's see. Are we going to have activities if we enrolled before the classes on March 1st? Just the Facebook group right now, because this is a pre-sale. Speaking of pre-sales for pins, this is like a pre-sale for the course. So nothing crazy right now until the 1st, but you will be my very first group of students. So I think that's really exciting. But I will have the Facebook group for you guys, so we can start talking about things earlier. Let's see. Tax questions, ask them right now. Let's see. In general, gosh, it really depends on the state. And I'm pulling resources basically from each state. So you guys will have in the course, have what to look for. But generally, you have to pay sales tax to your state that you're based in. And for like physical sales that you do, I know that things were changed federally, where states had to take sales tax for online orders. That's only for businesses, I believe, that do over $100,000 net a year. So we would love to all get to that point. But we don't really have to worry about that at our level just now. So yeah, for tax stuff, just be sure you're putting it away. I like to have a savings account where I put away 30% of my sales, so I know when it comes time to pay those taxes that it's done and ready. If you have any specific questions, I can probably answer them now. Oh, thank you for signups. Let's see. What if pins are only a part of your business? Do you think the same IG tactics and email etiquette applies? Yes, 100%. I think all of us have more than just pins in our shops. And if we don't, I think it's a great idea to do that just to have some variety. And plus, it's super fun to design other things. Got something burning right over here that's going to be something fun new that I'm adding to the shop this year. But yes, I think all of these can work, especially with stuff that is similar, in style. So, like if you have stickers and jewelry or apparel, I think all of these things, and even the Instagram tactics, the ultimate checklist thing works for those too. It's just product, not necessarily pins. You know what I mean? Let's see. Do you have any advice for people with only a couple hundred followers to stop them getting discouraged when growth is slow? I feel like I'm posting to no one a lot of the time. I think a lot of us can feel like we're screaming into the void sometimes. But I think when you feel like that's how it is, take some time and go comment on some other people's stuff. Like, go find accounts that you really like and send them a little note. Just shoot them a comment. Oh my gosh, I love this picture. It's so cute. And like, spend some time encouraging others. And then I think that can come back to you and you'll get more encouraged because also, your name is going to be on other people's accounts, more people will see you, but it'll make someone else's day. I don't know. I feel like I listen to MFM, and Karen always says when you're feeling discouraged, just try and go do something for someone else. And then that usually helps you feel better. And I think the same can be said on Instagram. Um, and I don't know, just change it up. If you feel like you're not having enough growth, use Instagram to experiment. Like, take these basic ideas and then make them work for you. And then find out what you like to do. And generally, when you have something you enjoy doing, it kind of follows, everything else sort of follows that because people can really sense your energy and sense you're excited and stuff like that. And feel free to reach out to people and just to say, hey, do you guys want to come look at my stuff? There's no harm in asking too. Let's see. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Will we be permanent members of the Facebook group or will we need to reapply with another course purchase? No, always part of the Facebook group. 100%. 100%. Screenception. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you can. I'm to the part of the chat where I was messing up my screen. Let's see. Are the modules video tutorials or text and slideshows? A little bit of both. If there's something that I feel like needs more visual to really get the point across, then that will be a video. Some of it will be text, some of it will be slides, some of it will be fill in the blank kind of worksheet stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of everything. I think whatever fits the content the best and what makes it the easiest to kind of convey is what it'll be. I don't want to shoehorn something in with a talking head if it's easier to show you physically or in a slide or with photos. Let's see. I realize you want to keep the pin manufacturers for your paid content, but do you find US manufacturers affordable or profitable to work with? And is their quality better than manufacturers in China? So there are specific kind of federal regulations around like waste management and stuff with gold plating things. And that makes them super expensive. The ones that I have found are amazingly expensive. I understand why, but their clientele is not necessarily me too. You know what I mean? Like, they have much larger companies using them. So I find that the quality from the places that I have used in China are amazing. And they have specific certifications and things like that. So it's coming from a factory that has good working conditions and waste management and all that kind of stuff. So I do feel confident in my factories. And I think they are more cost effective, honestly. Yeah, I think there's one or two in the US. It's been a long time since I looked, to be fair. It's been a couple years. Let's see. All right. So how often do you advertise or shout out on Instagram that you have a newsletter, or do you only advertise it on your website? I think it's good to shout it out every now and then, especially if you are about to like give a special coupon just for emails. I wouldn't bug people every single day, like join my list. But just reminding people that it's there. And I have a highlighted story too, that has a little email icon. So if people are looking through, they can subscribe there. Should be. Now I'm worried and I want to go look. But it's a good idea. But yeah, I think every now and then be like, don't forget, I have a newsletter if you want to catch up on some stuff or get some sales, or you want to be sure you see stuff. And you can always use the Instagram algorithm as the big baddie. Like, are you not seeing my posts because the algorithm? Sign up for my website or sign up for my newsletter, rather. I do it like that. Let's see. I'm loving this because I can go follow on everyone on IG. Yay! Do it! Go be friends. Oops, excuse you. Special appearance by Turkleton Jade Kitten Pants. Get out of here. Let's see. Ooh, a pin manufacturer review group on Facebook. That's cool. Yeah, go check that out. I'm literally only going to be using Facebook just for this group. So I am out of the loop on Facebook things because I don't really use it anymore, but I'm coming on for you guys. Let's see. Okay, people talking about manufacturers. That's awesome. Let's see. Can't get people to comment on my post. Only a few likes, even with questions. So I feel a bit ridiculous. Does it get easier with time? It definitely gets easier with time. Don't touch the mic, Turks. Okay. He's a mess. It definitely gets easier with time. Ask some specific questions. Ask something silly. Just get them to comment with emojis. Something that's kind of applicable to you, or just, your top 3, because people will love that. Make it something super simple that they can comment on. And you can also use stories to funnel comments and vice versa. So you can put up a post that says, I'm talking about this in my stories right now. Go and help me out. Or on your stories, say, hey, I'm asking this question. Go tell me what you think in the comments. So whoever sees that first will engage a little bit more. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, it definitely gets easier. I promise. Let's see. Gotta go. Okay, thank you, Bubble Teeny. I'm so glad you liked it. Oh, thank you for signing up. Oh, yay. See, the stress reliever, because there's so much, it's just dealt with so much stress in the very beginning. And I'm like laying out all the stuff that you have to worry about and just taking care of it. And just boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Melanie, thank you. Why are you so nice to me, Melanie? You're the sweetest. Okay. Let's see. Haven't had much results in the growth of your last pin loop. I would look at the pin loop and see if there were like a ton of people. See if the people were relevant, because I don't like joining pin groups unless I know the other makers are going to be people that I think my followers will like. So I don't join stuff that's, are you chewing on my thing right now? Turkle bean. So I like to make sure the aesthetic is similar. I like to make sure they're pin loops that don't run for too long, because people forget about them and they just want to know if they want or not. So I would go back and take a look at it, kind of do a post-mortem on the last pin loop and just see maybe what worked and what didn't in comparison to other pin loops that did better. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Bite Size. Oh my gosh, I love your work. Go check out Bite Size too, my goodness. Okay, Melanie has a question. Maybe you could bring in guests for things like Kickstarter. I want to do that on YouTube for sure because it's a huge thing. Molly at Sugar Nova has had a couple of successful ones. Oh, that's good. Oh, I love Sugar Nova. Melissa from Mimosa Studio. Like Phil Collins over here. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, and that's something I've been wanting to do for YouTube because it is such a common question. Oh, a burger. I like that burger emoji. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you'll talk about Kickstarter anytime. Very cool. Whoa, she accidentally, they, sorry. I'm just assuming everyone here is femme. Accidentally launched a pin business through Kickstarter. I like that. I want to know about that, please. Let's see. Put in a course about British tax as well. It's just US because that's all I am familiar with. But I could probably do maybe a British tax. Who would know? Maybe Nutmeg and Arlo would be the best person to ask about British tax issues. I might see. Let me see if she has any info to share with you. Oh, summer semester. Yeah. Oh, I remember all that. I paid my way through college with buttons. So let's see. Okay, bye Turks. Let's see. Do you have to establish your business officially through the government? I had to stop by for passport stuff, and people were talking about officially setting up business. Okay, my cat is eating a bag. Hold on one second. Cat owner problems. Did I put these in wrong? I did. This is real life, you guys. Okay. I will talk all about that in the course for sure. There are things you can do. You don't have to. Technically, you're a sole proprietor by just saying, I'm selling this pin. I'm a sole proprietor, you know, but I go through all those details in the course for sure. Yay, no, thank you for coming. Caitlin, is it Kitlin? Oh, cute. Handcrafted. Thank you for coming. Okay. I'm waiting for my first order from China to the Netherlands. Now the Chinese New Year in between, it takes so long. Oh yeah. Yeah, now is kind of my downtime. I got my orders in and now it's just kind of hanging out in February because of the, what is he eating? I don't know. Because of the holiday. So that's something you learn to schedule. Thoughts on IG pods? I think they can be good, but I know Instagram isn't a huge fan of them. I have one group of girls that I'm really close to, and we'll just pop on and just text and say like, oh, I have a new picture up, but there's also a lot of business advice and personal talk. So it's not just a pod, which I know Instagram kind of frowns on that. So I'm pretty sure I read that if you send your photos directly to the pod and just do that back and forth, it's easier for them to tell. I don't know if that's true. I read it on an article like a year ago. But if you're just chatting with friends and supporting each other, I think that's a good thing. Just launched my first pin pre-order. Do you have suggestions for posts when all you have is a mock-up illustration? I would put the illustration on different backgrounds. You can, I know putting like regular text on images doesn't work quite as well. So if you can like letter around it, I feel like that helps a little bit. Don't know if that's true. That's anecdotal. But when you just have a mock-up, I would try different backgrounds, maybe different kind of design elements with the mock-up, maybe do like repeated pattern with it, just to vary it a little bit. I think that's probably what I would do. And if you have any other illustrations that you could put with it, maybe do something like that. Maybe put it in, like, take a photo, because if you have the mock-up by itself, you can kind of put it in different photos in different places, you know? Be like, look how great it will look on a bulletin board, you know, something like that. Um, Let's see. Melanie says, hey, I own a record store, soon to be something else. But a ton of the tips in this webinar were still helpful for me with using IG. Yay, I'm so glad. Yeah, I feel like, you know, the course is definitely pin related, and a lot of my examples are pin related, but I feel like this is very kind of universal stuff. My gosh, I didn't realize how long we were going. I can't believe you guys have stuck with us. Okay. Oh, hello, SSDGM Sprinkle Bat. Do you feel like pin collabs are a good way to increase visibility? Absolutely, 100%. I did 2 years of the pin collabs for a pin club, and it was awesome because you get the visibility of their audience and yours, so you're helping each other out. There are definitely different ways to do it. Have I done a video about that yet? If I haven't, I should, but I think I did. There are different ways that I don't remember. There are definitely different ways to handle it, but I think it's good for both parties. Okay, gotta go. Okay, bye. Talk soon. Let's see. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad this has been helpful. Okay, how do you get into pin collabs? Ask someone. And be like, I like your stuff and I think it looks good. Can we collab sometime? And if they don't write back, they might be busy. Don't be upset. You can bug them again later about it. But yeah, just ask. We're all people. What is that? It's a mess. Okay. Yay. Okay. How effective did you find promoting a sale or new launch drop via email list versus Instagram only? I do both. You do both. You want people to know, because the people opening your email might not necessarily have seen Instagram, you know, and the people on Instagram might not be set up on your email list. So that's another good way to get people on your email list too. Ugh, I bet you didn't think you'd get this bonus cat entertainment. But yeah, I think doing both is always a good idea. Oh, yay, I'm getting to the, sorry, I'm so slow with getting to the question. Okay, let's see. What's the name of the Facebook group? I think it's just Enamel Pins 101. I just started it. I don't know. But I will send emails to the people who signed up to get it, I promise. Okay, this has gone on for an hour and a half. I thought it was just going to be maybe an hour, but you guys are amazing. Okay, let's see. Okay. If you have any more specific questions, you can feel free to email me, reply to any of the emails, and message me on Instagram. I'm not as good with my DMs, to be fair, but definitely send me an email, reply to one of the emails that I sent for this, and I can get back to you. I will have the replay up for 3 days, so then a Monday, and that's when the pre-sale price is done. So definitely, if you need to go back and take notes, do that. My cat is wrecking everything right now. So I think I'm going to sign off. I think I'm going to try and maybe do a blog post or something with the extra questions that I haven't gotten to, so I can get to everyone's stuff. He's affecting, let me see. Oh my God, this cat. Okay, so I am going to sign off, and yes, I will get to your questions. I'm going to take a look and write a little blog post with extra stuff. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the people that signed up already. You guys are heroes. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys soon. I've got some more emails going out to you. And yeah, thank you for coming. I'll talk to you later, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.